Good afternoon, this is Andrew Mount for GG. It's Wednesday the 15th of January and there's a good evening fixture coming up at Southwell, and I wanted to talk to you about three of the sprint races there. Kicking off with the 550, only four runners here but a very interesting and tight contest. Now Private Matter is one of the market leaders. He bid to atone for a defeat here over 7 furlongs 48 hours ago. Now you can forgive that because he went off too fast, getting into a fierce early battle for the lead with Suitcase and Taxi. That was over 7 furlongs, the pair cutting each other's throats. But the danger is that might happen again with Air Show drawn on his outside, who can also make the running. So I'm hoping the pair set it up for Zylan or Zillan for the Roger Fell yard. Now Roger Fell had a shocking time of things at the end of last year in the autumn and early winter. Very poor strike rate, but recent signs are more encouraging. He had a few seconds followed by a winner the other day, and I think a lot of his horses are well handicapped, and one of those seconds was Zylan, who lost his unbeaten Southwell 6 furlong record that day, but he was a 14-1 shot, wasn't beaten far after racing prominently, so hopefully he can just sit in behind the pace and strike late under the excellent Callum Rodriguez. So that's Zylan, the first of tonight's pick in the 550. We've then got a couple of 5 furlong races. The first of those is the 620. This is the novice contest, and the favourite here is likely to be hard to beat. That's Carl Burke's Lady Lay's Beluga, a daughter of Showcasing. Now some interesting sire stats here. Showcasing crossed with Dan Silly, as this one is 8 winners from 35. That's a 22% strike rate and a profit of £27.51 to a £1 level stake at SP. Now Lady Lay's Beluga ran a really nice race on her debut at Wolverhampton recently, keeping on into third at odds of 15-2. Now she should know more today, so the surface shouldn't hold any fears on breeding, and she's likely to be ridden more prominently this time. However, the one I'm going to put up as the forecast selection, or betting without the favourite or even each way, is Muse House for the informed David Brownyard. 2 winners from 4 runners from in the last fortnight for this yard, and this one looks to be the pace angle down the middle of the track, so Muse House should certainly give you a run for your money, but will probably have to go some to beat the favourite. Finally, it's the 650, a good 5 furlong handicap here, and I was going to side with Filbert Street, who ran a fine race from a poor draw here on his debut for Roy Brotherton, going back a few runs, finishing 6th of 14 from stall 14. So generally speaking, I think it's something like 13 of the last 17 5 furlong handicap winners here at Southwell have been drawn in stalls 1, 2 or 3. So ideally you want to be drawn pretty low. Filbert Street's coming out of stall 3, but the price is gone. The 14-1 last night is now around about sort of 7 or 8-1, and looking at his overall profile, 1 win from 17 starts, and he's left the Mick Appleby since that win. Maybe he's not one tonight, although he has had excuses at Wolverhampton the last twice. So I've missed the price on Filbert Street. I can leave that one alone. I'm going to oppose the favourite as well. This is Hey Ho Let's Go, coming out of stall 10. That looks a tricky draw. Final Legacy is one of 2 I'm going to back in the race, and she was a tip for me in Racing and Football Outlook last time she ran. That was in a 3-runner course and distance novice contest. Now, she had no right to win or finish close in that race because she would have been getting about 3 stone from the eventual winner in a handicap. That was Zion Princess, who was 1-12 that day. However, Final Legacy, back from 25s into 16s, was beaten by a neck and traded at odds of 1-4 in running. She'd caught the eye over course and distance twice previously, been switched to the deeper ground on the stand side on each occasion, and I'm hoping she can win here from stall 7. So Final Legacy. And the other one I like is Lulan, who wasn't best drawn when winning here a couple of runs ago. Newcastle didn't seem to suit last time out, and this one's been well backed and is vying for favouritism now. Stall 8 not perfect, but as long as he can race down the middle of the track, Lulan should run a big race. So just to recap, in the 550 contest I'm with Zylan. In the 620, Muse House, each way or without the favourite. Well, the favourite will be hard to beat. And finally, 2 against the field in the 650, a good 5 furlong handicap, Final Legacy and Lulan. That's it from me until tomorrow. Until then, best of luck if you're having a bet. Cheers.